വെൽക്കം ടു അനദർ എപ്പിസോഡ് ഓഫ് ഫുട്ബോൾ പ്രീമിയർ പോഡ്കാസ്റ്റ്. ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ വിൻഡോ കഴിഞ്ഞ സ്ഥിതിക്ക് എല്ലാ ടീംസിനും ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ബിസിനസ് തീർന്ന സ്ഥിതിക്ക് ഇപ്പം പോഡ്കാസ്റ്റ് ടീം കൂടെ ഇത് ഈ സീരീസിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ വി ആർ റിവ്യൂവിങ് ദ ക്ലബ്സ്, ദ ടോപ്പ് 6 ക്ലബ്സ്, ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ്, അവർ ഹാവ് ദേ മെറ്റ് ദെയർ നീഡ്സ്, എനി ആൻഡ് ദ ഓവറോൾ വിൻഡോ, ഹൗ വി ആർ റേറ്റിംഗ് ദാറ്റ് ഓൺ എ സ്കെയിൽ ഓഫ് 1 to 10. സോ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ സെഷനിൽ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് മാഞ്ചസ്റ്റർ സിറ്റിയുടെ ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ഡീലിങ്സ് ആണ്. ആൻഡ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ രണ്ട് മാഞ്ചസ്റ്റർ യുണൈറ്റഡ് ഫാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ യു ക്യാൻ എക്സ്പെക്ട് us to be slightly impartial ആൻഡ് യുനോ കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ഓൺ
Completely neutral.
ഫുട്ബോളിംഗ് ആൻഡ് ന്യൂട്രൽ പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവ് ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ ഡീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ എൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഉള്ളത് ഷ്യാംബി, അവർ ആസ്ഥാന മാഞ്ചസ്റ്റർ യുണൈറ്റഡ് റാറ്റ് മെഷീൻ. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ എന്തായാലും ടോപ്പിക്കിൽ വുഡ്വാർഡ് ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു തീരെ
No, Randy.
പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ ആൻഡ് ന്യൂട്രൽ പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവ് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാം. ഓക്കെ ഷ്യാംബി, സോ let's take it away. So Manchester City, കഴിഞ്ഞ season they finished a country mile behind Liverpool. Defensive frailties, Laporte injury ആയതോടെ അവരുടെ entire ability to keep turning out wins went for a toss. So ഈ season അവര് what have they done? The key arrivals ഇപ്പോ just നമുക്ക് ആദ്യം നോക്കാം. So in terms of just the transfer activities, the key arrivals have been Ferran Torres, Ruben Diaz, and
In
Nathan
that,
Ake. So,
It's funny, right? I mean, it's funny how can Man City survive a summer transfer window in with Guardiola without signing anybody in defense, center defense. It's like a little game they're playing right now.
right. So I think that remains their Achilles heel at the moment, right? So, and
Actually,
looking at the people that they have lost, right? So, David Silva leaving on a free, Leroy Sané, long overdue move completed, and he is no more with the team. Nicolas Otamendi has been sent his way. Claudio Bravo is no more with the club. So, and I think I read somewhere that even Scott Carson is back on loan. So, do they have even a second keeper? I do not really know. So, almost if you look at അവരുടെ activities have been like for like replacements, where they are not replacing it with the purchase, they are promoting from inside. If you look at maybe you can look at Ferran Torres as a equivalent for Sane, because അവരുടെ അത്ര quality ആവശ്യമില്ല. They already have options in
Mahrez, Sterling,
Mahrez and Bernardo Silva and what have you.
Make your pick on there.
Yeah, and I think David Silva natural replacement ആയിട്ട് നോക്കുന്നത് most likely Phil Foden ആയിരിക്കണം, because he has stepped up well and looks like a quality England player for the future also.
So if you look at the arrivals, like we jokingly said at the first, they are chasing that dog's tail. They are chasing this, trying to find this big center back pairing that can take them forward. I mean, even when Company was there, when Guardiola came in, their center back, Company was already experienced with PL and he was playing well, but alongside him, this still was a roller coaster ride for what you say, a merry-go-round, right? Alongside who plays alongside Company was still a merry-go-round. Now, after Company left, they haven't really replaced him. They have tried miserably signing. I think they signed Stones. I cannot count on one hand how many center backs they have signed in the past 2-3 summer windows. They have been really hunting me at it. So right now they have brought in Right now they have brought in Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake. So Nathan Ake is a proven PL player, but I don't know if he's up there with for a team like Manchester City to be the first choice. So he may not be the first choice they're looking for, but he may be going in for those games where they feel that there might be some rough and tough play. So he can take a hit. He can be that battering ram kind of a defender that they want to play those matches. So the matches which actually Guardiola might hate, the ones the proverbial Tuesday night at Stoke City kind of games. Right. That's probably where they're planning to use Ake. Ruben Diaz has been a name that has been going around for all the Premier League clubs, right? I mean, Man City, Liverpool, Manchester United was linked at some point. I mean, Manchester United gets linked
Who?
with everyone, so
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
was so it was just anyway. But he's the big signing right now. I mean, he's came in with a big hefty price tag as well. Even Ake also, like, was little bit high price.
Mm.
So it'll be interesting what Guardiola is going to do with another season of like two completely new centre backs who haven't
Right.
played together and things like that. Funny thing is, like, when I think it was first season Guardiola came in, he was asked about, like, do you coach tackling? So he funnily said that you don't have to coach tackling if you're keeping the ball for the whole time. I think he's probably എന്താ പറയാ വേണ്ടായിരുന്നു എന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ തോന്നിക്കാണും. കാരണം എന്താന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ in English game at least center defense is a big part, right? I mean, even if you look back at all the title winning teams, they had a solid center back pairing who carry them through. Even Liverpool last year is like, Van Dijk has been a rock at the back.
Mm.
So that solid thing is that what they're hunting for, and they haven't really got there yet. And it seems like, even like, like you said, they have been far off from Liverpool last season. I don't know how close they have really got. I don't think from a squad strength wise, they haven't really got any more closer than that
Mm.
what they were last season. So
Yeah.
arrivals അങ്ങനെയാണ്. Ferran Torres is, like you said, sort of like for like a replacement. Departures ആണ് പിന്നെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത്. What do you think? Departures, Otamendi is not a big loss, but Otamendi was again എന്താ പറയാ ആ type of defender, like, the battering ram kind of defender ആയിരുന്നു,
Mm.
which Guardiola doesn't like to play in his team for some reason. So I don't think they will regret Otamendi that much.
Right.
But what do you think? Silva, Sane, have they replaced them? They always have a strength in attack, but
Yeah.
have they really replaced them?
I don't really think that they need a whole lot of tinkering with that attack. That attack pretty much names itself on the starting 11, right? So
Right.
only things like maybe a long-term injury to KDB, that is something that will really affect them. Speaking of
Right.
attack, I think the one thing where they might have missed a trick, because right now they don't have a proven scorer up front. They have Sterling playing false nine. So I think that is a key concern that I'm surprised Pep hasn't addressed. The Aguero is getting up in the years. It's probably his last year. He's a free agent next summer. Um, Jesus നമ്മുടെ ഷബു പറയുന്ന പോലെ ചൂടാസാണ്, അവനെ വിശ്വസിക്കാൻ കൊള്ളത്തില്ല. സോ that doesn't work. They need a proven striker, and അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സ്ട്രൈക്കർ ഇപ്പം മാർക്കറ്റിൽ ഉണ്ടോന്ന് പോലും I'm not entirely sure. So maybe that's another reason they haven't gone that direction. But I think they are really in a hard place in terms of strikers and the defense. So
Right.
front and back both, they are a little bit in a spot.
Right? Yeah.
Lightweight, yeah, exactly. And
So,
right now it looks like CB pairing, okay, his preferred pairing seems to be Laporte and Fernandinho, a 35-year-old CB.
Yeah, that is a big question mark there, right?
CB. So maybe Ruben Diaz Ruben Diaz and Ake would be, pairing with Laporte as and when required. The trusted CB that he was playing was Fernandinho, which was in itself, I think, pretty damning about the way they have done their business with defenders.
Yeah, they have done a whole lot of business with defenders, right? I mean, they brought in all these defenders, but still he's playing Fernandinho at the back. And I was surprised they dig into the market again for defenders, because I thought he was comfortable with Fernandinho playing there.
Yeah.
I thought, which is why I think I mentioned in the United transfer window as well, why they didn't go for Partey. Because he would have been an ideal replacement for Fernandinho in the middle.
Exactly.
And Fernandinho can play at the back, right? So for some reason they didn't go for it. Yeah, my opinion, like you said, I think in the midfield is where they kind of missing a trick. If KDB goes out of form, which rarely happens, but or if he gets injured, or if he needs a rest, I don't think they have a similar player in the wings or in the bench who can come in and be a like for like replacement for KDB. Gundogan, he's also as much injury prone as anyone else. So I don't see an like for like replacement for KDB, which is hard to find. I mean, to be fair to them, but at least they should have some kind of a backup plan there. I don't think they have that.
No, I think they are okay. They will just have to kind of do a rejig their lineup. Maybe they play
Yeah.
Foden up front a little bit more, pack the midfield
Mm.
with Bernardo and whoever else, because their form of defense is going to be keeping possessions, not to do tackling and win the ball. Right? They'll just keep the
Mm.
ball, do 100 small triangular passes, and go into work their way into the defense. Right? So that's their way. I don't think
Maybe,
they're going
yeah,
to change
maybe,
that.
right,
പറഞ്ഞ
right.
പോലെ തോമസ് പാർട്ടി കൊണ്ടുവന്നു that would have brought that dimension. They would have had a smash mouth midfielder to
Mm.
win their balls for them in the middle of the park. പക്ഷേ that's not Pep. So maybe they'll continue to do what they do. They'll adapt,
Yeah, that's
but
not bad.
yeah. So I think yeah, they continue to
But
be
it
weak.
is weak in the midfield. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it is just funny for our us United fans that he keeps purchasing center backs after center backs and then keeps failing them. So at least something to get back at them,
right,
when nothing is going our way.
right. So funny,
So
right? Because I mentioned the point that they have not addressed the depth up front, the center forward.
mm,
There's a central defensive midfielder, glaring gap in the middle. CVs are a
correct.
problem. They don't have depth behind Claudio Bravo. So basically, they have a faulty spine all the way through the lineup.
The fault is fine all the way through. I mean, so that is Pep's team, right? I mean, if you look at
Yeah.
it, if it, at Barcelona also, even at Bayern Munich also, he has his preferred center midfield that he will always pick.
Mm,
Like Lam coming in as center midfield in Bayern, even though there was like all lot of center midfielders who would have played for Guardiola,
mm.
he had Tolisso and all those people at that time over there, but he still went for Lam to actually play that midfield. So he's that kind of a manager who's like I'll do whatever I want
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I don't think he look at the squad balance as such. He just looks at the balance of the 11 he's putting out there.
Right. And I think manager like Pep or Mourinho, they have earned the right to do that, because and
Yeah,
that's actually double-edged sword, right? You get the results. At the same time, you get managers who are first and foremost serving their CV, then serving the
right,
club. So they're
right.
building their CV for the next job. It's almost always like that, and it's a hire and fire world right now. So I don't think uh, Pep. I don't think he'll last another year and a half, maybe. At least I hope so.
I mean, I
So
don't I don't think so. He himself, I mean, I don't think
yeah,
City is going to fire him. He
but he
himself
may not
always,
extend. Yeah,
yeah, he gets fed up pretty fast, right? I mean, after 3 years or something like that. He's
yeah.
those kind of managers who likes to jump around. I think it's probably like destination might be Juve or PSG, where it might be things that might be a lot easier in the league,
Mm,
and then hit the Champions League one more time. That's probably
right.
what he's looking for. Looking at the squad at City, I don't think they're moving in that direction anytime
Yeah.
soon. They do have the players, but it seems like it's going to be somewhere around the same lines this year also. So how do you rate those transfer window right now? How do you rate their transfer window out of 10?
Out of 10, I think it's just above average, 6.5, not more than that. Because, like we talked about,
Yeah,
what you would
they
like to
still
see in
have
a
glaring.
team,
Yeah,
you would need to have that strength along the center, and they have glaringly missed out a few there. So, and Pep being Pep, whine and moan and keep the same old story. They've already lost, they've already dropped points. So it doesn't
correct.
look, it's not a good look with the people that you've brought in. So I would just say
Yeah,
six
it's
and a
not a
half.
good start either to the
Yeah,
season, right? I mean, it's
right.
yeah. I also agree that it's somewhere around 6.5 transfer window. It's just that uh, can you pinpoint on one particular glaring weakness that they have? I cannot.
Yeah,
But if you still look at the whole squad, you can see certain gaps like not being filled. And Pep is not a big fan of bringing up players from the academy or the under 23s to play in the first team.
right.
He took probably for Foden like I think 2 years, 2.5 years now to
Hmm.
be before even getting a chance at the first team. So I I don't think he's that manager. Even though we talk about him as a like favoring the youth and all, but I don't think
Right.
he's trusting them. So yeah, six point
Yeah.
five is where I would land also.
And I was just looking at transfer market, okay, and they have like a bunch of youngsters that they have brought in and immediately loaned back out also. So
Mm.
it's I mean it's almost like this is a side of the business that Tiki Bergistian and all those people do it without even involving Pep. So it's just like a pipeline. and Pep only looks at the
Yeah.
first team, and that's what it is, and that those are his players, and
Correct.
that's what he will play. So yeah,
Correct.
you're right. I think
Correct. Yeah.
the biggest danger for them going in is they don't have anything in terms of depth behind KDB. KDB is one of a kind in their team, and KDB going down probably sinks the ship for them. The way Laporte going down last year did for their defense.
Mm-hmm.
At least defense this time, they've
All right.
in numbers they have showed up, but I think center of the pitch and up top they are really weak right now.
Yeah, it would have been a good see if not for Pep, I think City would have gone for Vardy at some point in the last 2 years to actually replace Aguero. Maybe Aguero might be shipped to somewhere like Inter Milan, or if not Vardy, Lautaro Martinez. But Lautaro Martinez is a big risk, right? I mean, you do not really know what you're bringing in,
Mm.
whether he's gonna click or not. But Vardy is like a sure shot. You're that he's gonna score in Premier League. You cannot.
Yeah,
But
but
Pep is not that kind of a manager who plays with normal players in their normal positions.
and also Pep right now, I think his brief is to win the Champions League. It's not the
Yeah,
Premier League. Premier League was
Premier
almost
League.
like an afterthought, but now they're in a fight for that as well with Liverpool and maybe even Chelsea or Everton coming up this season. The way things are going, so yeah, I think this year he's in for a fight. He can't take the league for granted. He has to score on the Champions League. So it's going to be an
Champions
interesting
League. Yeah, I
season.
think
Yeah.
that's where he's putting all his eggs in the
Mm.
Champions League, and that's where I think probably the buys like Ferran Torres and Ruben Dias might fit in a lot better than the PL.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So we'll see how Pep holds up. Hopefully they drop some more points. Hopefully we can do the league double on them again this year. Hopefully we'll drive him to buying a few more defenders in January. Like, so that's what we are looking
Yeah.
for. Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in. This is, like I said, is just a small interest project that a bunch of us fans are doing. So ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് കൊണ്ട് മാത്രം ഇത് we are trying to do this as a podcast. So please feel free to join in. Uh, Leave your feedback on the comments, like, share, subscribe. We have an ongoing
Yeah.
fantasy mini league as well. We do mini league fantasy tips and episodes as well. Look out for that. Arun Walson is our champ there. So do join our league. There are prizes for the top finisher. We will see you on the other next side. Okay. Thanks everyone.